Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Psychic Medium Connie Rose, and today we're going to tune into these magical sunsets, and see what Spirit wants to bring to you. Now, the sun is immaculate. I know that recently the sun's been having some solar storms. I know there's been solar flares that have been thrown around, and it's very hectic, a little bit hectic. The sun's energy cannot be ignored. We talk about the moon a lot, but also the sun brings sustenance, it brings life, it brings energy, it brings fire. And I want you to take a moment today to tune into which sunset is calling you, and make sure you stay to the end, because I am running a free reading competition this month of August. So thank you for tuning in. Remembering this is a general reading, so take what resonates with you, and do not forget to enter the competition, and I'll let you know how at the end. Let's get to it. Sunset number one. Sunset number one. You know, I just want to take a sigh of relief in this energy. It's like just this sigh of relief, whether or not you've taken yourself off the hook, like you've allowed yourself off the hook. There was a lot of pressure, a lot of build up, and something's come to fruition. You've allowed yourself just to be okay with the outcome. You've accepted something, and I can feel that in all your energy here, this beautiful sunset. It's like this a surrender. I really enjoy this feeling. You could easily wind yourself back up and get sucked into it again. Start thinking about everything, but you've made a wise choice. Just having a look at your first card, it's Embrace. Your second card is Listen. And your third card is Strengthening Bonds. I also can't ignore the yellow that's standing out in all three cards. It's almost like a sun in the Embrace card. And then your second card, Listen, is all about yellow. And again, there's the yellow. The yellow is the colour of joy. Yellow's passion, pure vision, looking forward to the future type of. And I know that with this sunset, you're in a place now that you can see that you have choices. You've just really broken the chains by just surrendering and accepting what is out of your control. I just want to sit in this energy for a minute, just catch my breath, because that's what you deserve to be doing, especially now. You've just chosen to let go, literally let go. Now, being a general reading, this is for many people, obviously, but it could be that, you've accepted, and you know what I do get? I get that, when we have a loved one, namely a parent or a grandparent that's, ready to move on into the spirit world, and they, that their body is ready to pass on, but you want to keep them here. You just want to hold on to them. You do not want them to go. So what they do is they hold on whilst you're holding on, but they're ready to go. And I feel like, and this is a general reading, so this is only for a small percentage of you, that it's time that you give permission to your loved one that it's okay and safe for them to pass. Even though you don't want this, you know that on a soul level, once you give them the permission, they will surrender also. You may have already done this recently, but there's just this warmth of love in your heart, knowing that it's not like I want to say you gave them permission, but you really did, because they loved you so much, they didn't want to leave you. Yet now, when they pass, or if they've passed, you will find them so close that they will never leave your side. So I feel as though this could be something like that, this energy. It's like this warmth, this knowing, this security, this surrender. And it's just based on love, full love, not fear. Now, again, that's not for everybody, being a general reading. And that could be just in the workplace. Like, there might be somebody that is, I want to sort of say the word hierarchy for some reason here, but in a workplace where there might be a boss that's not being a leader. Anyone can be a boss, but not everyone can be a leader. And it depends on how they work. So there could be this thing where you're just like, you know what, this job, this role that I'm in is just for now. I used to have a job that actually challenged my belief systems. I've always been in sales, and I was selling a product that I didn't actually feel was a high vibing product. Yet I knew that the people that purchased it found it beneficial to them. So I had to remove myself, knowing that this was my vehicle to get to what I wanted to really do, which was work with spirit. So there's a surrender here. So it's like you may have a position or a job or something that you're doing that doesn't align with you, but it's just for now because it's a stepping stone. And there's this surrender, this beautiful, this is just for now to get me to where I'm going, because the yellow is all about purpose. It's all about joy. It's all about drive. It's all about passion. This is your future. So whatever's happening now is going to change the future because you've made a decision. So, our first card was embrace. And that's you literally embracing the change. Embracing that you personally don't want to take responsibility for things that are out of your control. You can only take responsibility for yourself, your actions, your attitude. So you're really embracing the possibilities that are happening around you right now. And it's all a perception. Because whatever you believe to be true is your truth. The next card we get is listen. Now this is your inner guidance. Your gut will tell you. We've got yellow, which is your solar plexus, which is your gut, right in the middle. It's your emotional center. It'll always tell you. But if you're not listening, you will ignore. I went and had a healing yesterday, and it was interesting. It was access bars. I've never done it before. And it was interesting because it's very much what my brain, sort of like putting my thoughts and traumas and feelings and all the rest of it into sections or dissolving them. I can't really explain it. Do some Googling. But it was interesting because every time I worked through a different point, different things were coming up. And I know that when you do some body work, some energy work, you'll be able to release things that you might be still holding on to. But I really feel the fact that you've made a decision here, because this is all about a decision. I just know it. But your body will always know. So when you trust your gut, it will tell you. I know when I've got big decisions to make, I will sit down and I will put every ounce of energy about me making that decision in my body. And I'll sit there and feel into it like I've done it. And then I'll go into the other energy of the other decision or other option, and I'll sit in it. And my body will tell me, it won't be here, it'll be here. So it's time for you to listen to your gut. Listen to your body. It will always know. And the thing is, your traumas and things that happen to you, they reside in you at a cellular level. Your body holds on to that. And it's up to you to move through that. And that's where energy work comes in. You know, access bars, Reiki, or spinal energetics, or anything. I don't care what it is, but even swimming. I feel like swimming would be important too. Just to move your body, to flow. But listen to your body to see what's going on. Because sometimes you might just feel like, oh, and not know why. But then when you sit down and listen to your body, something will come up and you honor the flow. Because that's what this is all about at the moment. And in that, the strengthening bonds. This is not only with others, this is with you. This is like giving yourself some compassion. This is about, like, I can't ignore the trees as well. Like, they're really protecting you. My light's flashing. It's never done that before. But my light is the sun, right? It's like yellow. I can't ignore that. This number's 1. 1 is you. 1 is self. And I can't ignore how, you know, the nature's shading you, but the sunshine is within, the yellow. This energy is just beautiful. Absolutely love it. It's a whole surrender, whatever. Time for me. What will be, will be. Okay, Sarah, Sarah. And it's just like a beautiful, energetic cuddle for you. Because you've earned it. And it's not out of pity or out of anything like that. It's more out of just letting yourself feel, letting yourself be compassionate, and just recreating, because that's where you're at. And that, my darling, is sunset number 1. Now, do not forget to listen to the end so you can win a free reading with me for the month of August. All right, sunset number 2. This one just comes through with so much stillness. It's almost like time to pause, time to reflect, time to really go within. Now, I can hear my neighbours. They've got like the blowers and the wood chippers and everything, and I can hear it. So if you hear that in the background, I do apologise. But it's like everything's happening around you, and it's just you, the calm within the storm. And that's almost the message for sunset number 2. It's time to be the calm within the storm, because I feel as though up until now you've been a little bit numb. Things have been too much to handle. So you've checked out a little bit. But now it's time to come back in. Same card as number 1, embrace. Crown chakra. And awaiting results. So you're actually at a point now where it's time to sort of switch back on, because your coping mechanism has been to switch off and take what resonates. This is a general reading. I feel like I need to sort of say that because I felt like someone went, "Ooh, it's bullshit." I'm like, you know, it might only be one of you, but I felt it. But I really do feel like it's been a time of just disconnecting. I want to talk about partnerships here too. I want to talk about our partner is our mirror. It might not be that you're in a relationship or a romantic relationship, but just relationships in general. They mirror us. So I know that there's an opportunity here for you to take a look at the interactions that you have with those people that you interact with. Yeah. Just paused. I literally checked out. In your energy, I just checked out. I literally went somewhere else just then. It's like a coping mechanism for some. You go somewhere else and then you just give it all your attention. Do you know what else is really coming to mind? When sometimes this happens to me, sometimes a lot. I'm doing something on my phone, all right, social media. I'm just got to go check a message. It's, you know, it's work related. But then something pops up and then something else pops up. And the next thing you know, I'm there and I've wasted 10 minutes and I forgot what I was meant to be doing because there's so many outward interruptions. And I feel as though it's time for you to come back, literally come back. Embrace the change. There feels like there's a bit of change going on that's not, it's not welcomed, is it? I feel like there's change here, whether it be home life, work life, children getting to a later stage, whether they're getting partners, whether they're moving, separations, just things that you prefer not to occur. And I feel like that's where you've been checking out. It's like it's too hard, so you just switch off. Whereas now it's time to embrace change. Because if everything's changing around you, guess what? You can change too. You can change too. You're allowed. You're allowed. Embrace that change. Now, one step at a time. If you see, this is the beautiful, beautiful embrace card. Earlier, I got this for reading number 1, and it was very much the sun that came through. But this one is here, which is just those little tiny roots that are just growing. It's just one step at a time, honey. I feel as though sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming and there's too much where you shut down, which happens, but one step at a time. You're quite sensitive at the moment, very gentle. Don't expect too much from yourself, but know that everything's happening around you because change is inevitable. So don't hold too tight to the past, because when you're looking at the past a lot, you actually miss out on so many beautiful things that could be happening now. So just gently, one day at a time. We also get the crown chakra next. The crown chakra is the energy point at the top of our head that connects us to everything, everyone, because we're all connected. And when you start seeing yourself in other people around you, because when you look hard enough, there's always an aspect of each other, of us in everybody, because we're all one. You're going to be able to get to know who you are allowing yourself to become. So I feel as though you've been comfortable in the monotony, is that a word? The monotonous, you like to know what to expect. So if you're expecting, it's like you like what to expect, and if it's boring, then so be it. You prefer to be bored than surprised. Now, this is all changing for you. Because it's time that you come out of the nothingness, the numbness, and start experiencing life again and letting yourself feel. And I mean physically feel. Like I want to sort of just, I know my beautiful soul sister, Gail Wilson from Soul Care Bendigo. Soul Care Bendigo? Yes, I believe that's her business name. She's amazing. She does workshops where you actually physically touch yourself, as in doing these ones, and just gently on your arms. And I did one of these workshops with her once, and I was like, this is funny, how embarrassing. But when I was doing it and really just going internal and letting myself, it's really, really therapeutic, because physical touch is very important when we're born, and not enough doctors and nurses do this. But babies should go skin to skin with their parents, their mother, ideally, but skin to skin as soon as possible. My girlfriend had the privilege of, when her baby was born, sitting it on her belly, and you give that baby long enough, it's warm because it's on you, and they slowly creep up and self-latch onto the nipple and suckle, because that's their innate wisdom. But here I was when I had a baby, next thing you know, the nurse is going, here's your baby on my boob, and it was just so traumatic at the time, because I'm like, what's this? This isn't natural, this isn't beautiful, and it was like this whole forcing it on me. But there's this innate wisdom of physical touch where this baby will just creep up and grasp onto your nipple, and that's how we should do it naturally. But then, whether it be science, whether it be humans, or whatever the interference is, we've lost that. So skin to skin, there's been babies that have actually died being born, and they lay on their mum's skin, and 20 minutes later, whatever, they come back and they start breathing because of that innate wisdom to touch. And I'm saying all of this because it's very important, because I feel like the numbness that you've allowed, and I know some of you would be like, allowed? I didn't allow it. But it's a coping mechanism. The numbness that you've allowed is now shifting. So go very gentle one day at a time, because when you start feeling again, it can be overwhelming and it can be tricky, because, we prefer to just switch those emotions off, push them down, ignore them, go numb. That's called overwhelm. Could be a little bit of PTSD for some of us. Not all of us. This is a general reading. But the thing is, when we know that we're connected to all, and we allow ourselves to just gently, in our own space, gently touch our face, our arms, whatever it might be, we awaken something within us. And watch the results. Watch the results. Let yourself. Because when you switch this on, you'll want a little bit more. Just a little bit. And this is a very personal reading, by the way, this one. It's actually quite interesting that I'm doing a reading like this for multiple people. But right now it's between you and Spirit. Not me, I'm just the messenger. It's between you and Spirit. And they see you, darling. They see you. And you're allowed to feel the love, and you're allowed to feel the emotions, and you're allowed to partake in this lifetime. It's all yours, my darling. And that is your reading for sunset number 2. Don't forget to listen to the end so I can tell you how to enter a competition this month to get a free reading with me. Thank you. All right. Sunset 3. This one's different again. This one makes me feel like I want to sing my troubles away. Music is very important here, and the frequency of music really lifts us. So when I tune into this, I want to sing loud. I don't care what I sound like. I want to sing in the shower. I want to sing behind the wheel driving. I want to just sing my pain away. When you listen to a song, hello, control. Mm-hmm. When you sing a song, when you listen to a song and you hear the story in those words, in the melody, in the tone, and you just think, oh, wow, and you really go on that journey with that singer, I really feel like this is you right now. I feel like your emotions, your thoughts, everything you're ready to release now is through the words of song. Ah, gosh. Songs will be popping up for you that will be pulling at those heartstrings, but that's cool because it's making you take a look at them, address them, right? Seek is the next card we get. And then the next card, one more for you, my beauties, is Daydreams and Decisions. All right, so let's look a bit more into this reading for you. So right now, I know that, there may very well be little bit of heaviness in your head or a little bit of anxiety, excuse me, I feel like, and this is a small percentage of you, that you may have had a recent passing of an animal, because straight away I just got all these animals come at me. I feel like they're cats, they're dogs, they're horses even, and I know that the animal kingdom want to be around you at the moment. That light is flashing again, which is very interesting. When I talk of past loved ones and get that type of behaviours going on around me, makes me feel very excited, to be honest. So the first card I get is the control. So I don't feel like control is something you lack. I feel like you're pretty good, and you know, every so often you give yourself a checkup from the neck up. you have a bit of an observation as to what you're thinking and your behaviours and that type of thing. You're a little bit judgy upon yourself, not so much other people, more toward yourself. And I feel like some of you here would be having quite the military background. So, you know, or whether or not you're part of the military, like I know that you're very regimented. And for you to let yourself go and be free and have a little bit of fun and be a bit silly at times takes a lot. It actually takes a lot. But once you sing and once you have your voice, there's a lot of healing going on for you. So I don't know if you're doing any, I've got the singing bowls. And I know that if you've got singing bowls or drums or instruments, it invites you to use your voice as well. So I know this reading for you is very much about using your voice. And it's not so much communicating and saying how you feel. It's more like just getting it out in a fun way, which is song. Okay? I have a drum. I'm actually going away for the weekend with a few of my girlfriends. So I've already packed it because we take our drums and get a bit wild, you know. That's what is calling you. It's like get a bit wild with the music, you know, with your friends or with your family, whatever that might be, or even just you and the animals in nature, because I know the animal kingdom is very much here for you. But I know that with my drum, I play it and it just, the vibration comes up and the energy flows, and it's very, very nurturing and therapeutic. And I also know the days I get my kids up for school with that drum, it's a better day. They get up like I bang it and I go in and I make a tune and I'll go, time to get up, today is your day, you know, that type of thing. And it changes the frequency, it changes the energy, and it gets them excited about getting up and getting amongst it. My little girl loves it. She'll wake up straight away, she'll be dancing and singing the words, and my son will be like, oh my God, shut up, Mum. But either way, the vibration's there and it lifts. So if you don't have a drum, and I don't suggest you go and use a bloody pot, you know, a fry pan or a pot, you know, or a wooden spoon. That noise is horrendous. But this drum, the frequency of it is absolutely beautiful. So you may very well want to make instruments. You might want to, like there's beautiful rattles and beautiful drums or crystal bowls, that type of thing. I know that's really calling you. I know myself, I go to the gongs once a month or so, and I just lie there and the sound baths, gong frequency moves through you, and those type of things, the frequencies continue to move through you for a while, and that really can bring things up and out, because that's what we want. We want to be a clear channel. So that's what's really happening for you. So I feel as though you've had the control and part of you just wants to lose control. You've had the control and part of you wants to lose control. Okay, so part of you wants to lose control, and that's not in a bad way. It's just like you just want a little bit of fun. You want a little bit of excitement. You want to get amongst it yourself, you know, that type of thing. And I feel like that energy is coming up for you in a really beautiful way. Now, the next card that I get is Seek. So in your, you know, the sound healings or in the song, in the words, you're going to start allowing yourself to feel a little bit deeper, you know, a bit more of the inner child, a bit more of the excitement, the cheekiness, the you know, if you're in a relationship, I urge you to be a little bit silly and bring a bit more of the fun back. You know, playing with the kids, get down on your knees on the ground and sort of get to their level if they're little, and really, you know, play with them as if you're one of them, not the adult and the kid. Like, that's different. If you've got teenagers, it's really nice to sort of feel into what you would have done or what you felt like as a teenager, and coming from a place of fun rather than the overprotective helicopter parent that we can all be from time to time. There's opportunities in your workplace. You might want to introduce a monthly catch up or drinks, or someone brings a share plate on a Friday, or whatever it might be. There needs to be a bit more fun and lightheartedness, because you've been very much in control for a very long time, and it's time that you start realizing that it doesn't have to be that way. It can actually be fun as well, and in that you will find a part of you that you really enjoy. You really like that person. I'm not saying you don't like yourself. I'm just saying that you're going to find that you want to be the life of the party for a change. Why not? And the last card that we get for you is the daydreams and decisions. So when we're coming from a place of control, we sometimes feel as though that we have no options. That's that, right? This is a different perspective. You're putting a different spin on things now. You're realizing that you can have things differently. You're allowed to have a bit of playfulness about you. I just get the animals again. I know that they're here. I feel like I want to be almost a little white Shih Tzu just jumping around. You know how they just have so much fun and they bark and they jump and they're just having so much fun. All dogs, but that's the one I'm getting specifically. I've got a Ridgeback Cross Staffy, and she has no idea how big she is, and she just barges through and jumps over the couches and all that type of things and knocks the kids for a six, and it's just they just don't know how much energy they've got, and it's time that you're unleashing the animal within. I get it now. I got to get you another card, honey. I got to get you another card, actually. Let me put these ones back in, because I always like to have a full deck as much as possible. So I've put them all back in random places, and I'll give it another shuffle. I've been told to get you one more card to tie this up. Yeah, the party animal wants to come out. Sing your way. Use the music. Use the music to carry you, my darling, and move. Move. Time to move. So there may very well be dancing. Woo! Have some fun, sweetie. You're allowed. You've come to this sunset for a reason. Take the message. Have some fun. Lose control a bit. Let the party animal out. And it's okay. It's safe to be you. And that, my darling, is your reading for sunset number 3. Now, all of you that would like to be part of my giveaway. So I'm giving away one free reading this month of August. And at the end of the month, I'll pull out one lucky subscriber, whoever's commented below. And I've done it every week leading up in the month of August. So if you haven't listened to last week's or the weeks before, or any of them in August, please go back, and you're welcome to enter, because there's different words every week to pop in. And my readings are they're called green readings. So you can listen to this anytime, and when you do, it's relevant for you there and then. So let's have a think. I might say this week's entry is move it or lose it. So if you write move it or lose it in the comments, you will be in the draw for this month's reading. And I would love a little emoji. So even a dance emoji or a heart or a shooting star or something, move it or lose it with an emoji. Pop it in the comments, and I will let the lucky winner know that you have a free reading with me at the month of August. You can enter as many times as you like, and I look forward to seeing how you went with this reading too, how it resonated. The more information you give me, the more I get excited. I love communicating with my viewers. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Be kind to others, but especially be kind to yourself, because there's nobody as wonderful as you. Peace out.